We've done a little bit of reinforcing drawings for this beam. Let's take a look. First I turn off the others. Just do a 2's worth of matchmaking. We based it on this floor plan. According to this prescription chart, there are 7 25 diameter quadrupoles here. We're on the quadrupole. We're on the 1. It's 7, 1/25. Here are 7. And what about these 7? It's going to offset it by 55.5, respectively. This one we calculated this number. And then, where does that number come from? It's the thickness of the protective layer 35. Follow the norms. Then estimate the diameter of the stem plus the radius of this stem diameter. So this is what we ended up with. And then we'll take this. Express. Then include the following one, and we showed it. It's all in this uniform at 725. And then there's a 2 for 25. It's the R125. What about this R125? It's underneath the surface. We made it out for it, too. It's 1/41/4 of what it was. We'll just do 1/4 of the length. What about between 725 and 2125? Need a lap. Interjection of surprise. And it adds 150. Interjection of surprise. This is a 4C12 build. And it shows. It's here. And then next is this hoop. The diameter of this hoop is 8, and then it's spaced 200 Ah. We're showing up here. This hoop has peripheral hoops, and the hoops inside. Then we all show it here. What about this hoop? We added a length to it. What about this length? It's the length of this one. What about this length? I'm using a straight line representation here. And what about this length of data? It is added with a length like this, a length of 26.5 times 8. For each estimate we added this one length. Hiccup, what about this manifestation? If it comes down to making a detour in the, it can also be expressed in a curved form. It's just that this electronics group, maybe it's a little more complicated. And then it's spaced 200. All his data. It's all here. All this data can be changed in time. And then the next thing you know, it's his waistline. Where's his waist? That's where we're at. I'll hide it. It has 12,345 with 5. And its specifications are: interjection of surprise, tripod diameter 42. What about all the rebar data? Hiccup, it's all here. And then, we made up the electronics group. What about this electronics group? Now it's not packed. So it's going to be a bit more. And what about the data? It's all changeable. That is, if you say this needs to be turned up when the time comes. Turn it down a bit, you can change it. And now, we are based on its criteria.